welcome back to Dukascopy TV. I'm joined today by Thomas Stucki, Chief Investment Officer at Hyposwiss, and we're talking Eurozone lending and the ECB. Thomas, thank you very much for joining me today.
Good day.
Now, first of all, we saw a drop in the amount of lending to Eurozone companies in September. What are the reasons behind this lack of lustre to borrow?
And it's understandable that given the economic situation in Europe and, let's say, the fiscal cliff uncertainty in the US coming on, that the companies are hesitating in investing. They can say, okay, I can wait for another couple of months to see if things improve, if things getting better. You can give a lot of opportunities to lend for the companies as long as the demand from the companies is not here. You have a reduction in lending by companies.
I see. And what about the ECB? How much is the ECB doing to bolster the amount of borrowing? Like, what are they doing, and is it effective?
Well, what they did, they gave a lot of money to the banks, so it gave them the opportunity to lend. But I would say their main objective was that the banks would lend money between themselves, and you see there improving signs that, let's say, the money is better flowing among the banks. But then, of course, if they have better access to the money, they also willingness more to lend to companies. But as long as I said, the demand from the companies or the corporations is not here, there will be not a lot of more lending.
I see. And why is there so lack of demand from these companies? Why is there no demand from them?
Uncertainty, economic recession in Europe. They wait, how it will go on. I'm sure once there will be improvements in the situation in Europe or in the US, the companies then have to come up with their investments, and there will be more lending, of course.
I see. And what about Germany? Because we all look to Germany as being this economy that's so strong. And last week, actually, the Business Sentiment Survey came out, and it said that loans to Eurozone's biggest economy are still rising. So why is this?
Yeah, the loans to the consumer are still rising. Of course, the IFO index, it came down, but it came down on a quite high level still. German economy is still doing quite well given the situation around them. And of course, low interest rates. I think it's a good opportunity for individuals, for companies in Germany to lend now, because I'm not sure how long the interest rates will be on these low levels, and they take the opportunity to take the money now.
We've seen now that the central bank president is backing the German finance minister's bid for this currency commissioner that would have the power to veto nations' budgets. Do you think this would create a sense of trust within the Eurozone now?
I think there is already a sense of trust after the ECB have announced that they're willing to buy government bonds under certain circumstances. But of course, on the other side, they need a guarantee that the fiscal policy of these states is controlled, and such a currency commissioner is one opportunity or one mean to do that. So I'm not surprised that Mario Draghi backed it.
I see. Well, thank you very much. This leads us on nicely to our final question, which is our Dukascopy question, where we ask each guest that comes into the studio, if you had $1 million to invest in the market for just 1 year, where would you put it and why?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's have a look at our options here. Where would you feel that you would put it?
Well, I would do it definitely in equity, because over the next 12 months, equity will not perform as good as they did in the last 12 months, but the world economy is still rising. I assume that economy in the US will improve over time, and then equities are the asset classes that takes the profit out of it. So my choice definitely would be equity.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Thomas, for joining us in the studio.
You're welcome. Thanks.
And thank you again for watching. If you want to keep updated on any of the latest financial news, just click back to the Dukascopy website. Goodbye.